that is the first party, or probably the only party in Jamaica that I know people reach on time.
Okay, we're on another road chat, and this one is very lovely because we're on, what would you call this, like the Negril hip strip?
Yes, there's a sign that says this is the capital of the casual, aka Negril. So yes, this will be the hip strip, hip strip.
Okay then, and what I noticed just driving here, them put some little small speeding policemen.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go over one now, like them know when people drive fast on this stretch.
Yeah, but the people, there's a little strategy to this thing.
So cool water, cool runnings, yeah.
The faster you go over the speeding bumps is the less you feel them. Not that you promote. Yeah.
What has your experience been with Negril now? This is a place where it has picked up in terms of, in the last probably what, 30 years or so. It was never something like this.
No sir, as a matter of fact, Negril, the town came alive in about 1950.
Okay.
Yeah, I think before it was probably just bush. But I guess some attention came here, and there was the first guest house, Negril Palm Grove. Yeah.
Okay.
I think a gentleman named David Connell, he started that, and after he established that, it's like people probably caught on to the vibe that Negril has to offer. You know, it's
people hear the historian. When you want the history in there, I forgot to Nick have all the history. So it basically pick up, and then people start doing these small villas type thing and small hotels.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when you come on these stretch persons, you're going to see a lot of small hotels that are they're not all inclusive. You know what I mean? Some of them will give you a continental breakfast, but you do have to pay for your meals. But you come here and you enjoy the 7 Mile Beach more than anything else.
As a matter of fact, Negril has a wide variety. So if you want like what Kareem just said, if you want the
Jerkman to my right.
Right, so if you manage to stay at a place and there's no food there, you can come and link Mr. Jerkman here. But then you also have a good amount of all-inclusive places here.
True.
Yeah, you have places like
well, you have the Rio, you have the Royal.
Right,
I like to pick up my locals them still. That's
right,
why.
yeah, that is true.
So people, and I said I know it, and see the border here for Westmoreland, and Nick, you pointed out something very good, right, before. You said that Negril actually stretched from Westmoreland into Hanover.
Right, so Negril spans 2 parishes. A lot of people think it's just Westmoreland, but it actually starts in Hanover, because we're coming from Hanover and we crossed the border and we're into Negril. So here we're passing a popular
Long Bay Beach.
Yeah, Beach Park 1, because there are 2 of them.
Okay, so let me see it.
So this is
this is free to access?
Well, it's a UDC beach, so
okay.
Yeah, so we'll leave it at that.
It looks but UDC normally don't price them thing high. UDC have, cheap entrance fees.
Affordable, yes, because they want the locals and everybody to.
I mean, $200 some of the time on them stuff there.
Yes.
Nick, have you ever been here when ATI is being kept?
Boy, so I mean, not that I'm a party person, but I have been to when it was ATI, when it was RTI, and when it was Dream Weekend. So. What
does this stretch look like that we're driving on that type of night?
Boy, alright, so when by the way, it's work, I came to work. Dream Weekend. let me just throw it out there. When I was younger, yes, I came to ATI, but the latter times I was here is for working. But the strip is very active, because you remember, you have 2 parties, sometimes 2 or 3 parties per day. Right, so you find
so is there bumper to bumper traffic? Because I noticed that they would have to rent scooter bikes.
As a matter of fact, I can't even drive to the venue. What I have to do, I spoke about it with the client, and I said, all right, we need money for parking, because if you try and drive, you're going to spend $500 to park. And so, I mean, whichever way, either you spend $500 to park, or you take the bike taxi, you take the taxi, which is about $500 anywhere on the strip. So, yeah. But it's bumper to bumper. I mean, the place is just a buzz of activity. And as a matter of fact, what I found very interesting, so Wet and Wild, the water party, that is usually the hot item for the weekend, because you can just imagine how wild that one is. That is the
everything is the buzz is in the name.
Yeah, all right. That is the first party, or probably the only party in Jamaica that I know people reach on time.
Really?
Yeah, the party is supposed to start 2 o'clock, and so I get there early. I get there early because I want to get the shots of the people coming in. And best believe that people are out there lining up from 1 o'clock in the hot sun.
Are you? So wait, what was it that was so outstanding about Wet n Wild?
Boy, just the name of the party. Just the party. It's at the water park. It's you have access to, well, not the slides, but just the some of the pool areas, and you know people really love that. As a matter of fact, there's one of my cameras kind of drowned there. Yeah, this guy was using a water gun and to splash a girl, and coming like my camera got the eye of the splash, so I had to run back to the hotel to put it in some rice and stuff for the next party. So yeah, but it's just really wild.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll pass some of the hotels them now, and Crystal Waters, Margaritaville.
Yes,
which is over here. On both sides we have different attractions, right? And this is, I guess, this is where most of the brunt of the parties were kept, right?
So some of them were kept at. It depends on the years, because sometimes they have it at different venues. Like they have Long Bay Beach Park down there. They have the water party. Sorry, they have the water park. It varies. It really varies.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, and talk to me about the name, because you did mention something about the origin of the name.
Right.
Negril.
Right. So Negril is a shortened version for Negrilo, which means little black one. So, and that was a name given by the Spanish in the, I think, almost 1400s or so. So the theory is that because of that name came about because of the black cliffs that are the little black cliffs that are in the area. Either that or apparently have a lot of black eels.
Okay.
Right. So I guess that is the history behind the name, Negril. Yeah.
And if you know, you see a little jerk spot over there, son. So you have a whole heap of little jerk spots all over the place.
So folks, when you come down and you come to Negril, the jerkmen, they are very much present for you, for you folks to get reacquainted with the jerk, because we know it's been a while since some of you probably had it.
Yeah, and listen, all the diaspora people them always I say, yo, listen, them can't wait to come back to Jamaica for some of the food and the fruits.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. And then you have these mobile vendors too, you know.
Yeah, that is true. But what is good, you know, it's good to see that. It's good to see, yeah, because people look at this. This is mobile, you know. So this, so him just pack it up, just attach it to him van.
How much him jerk tickets up? Yo, Chief, what is a video? Something still there? What go on?
Big up on yourself.
You see it?
Yeah, man. Sky Restaurant.
Yo,
Negril.
Sky Restaurant.
Yeah,
this.
man. Sky Restaurant. Is
Sky, when
10
come out,
star.
come get a straight more and do a video with you then.
All right. Blessings.
All right.
Blessings.
Bless up. Yes, folks. Yes, folks. Stuff gets spontaneous.
So you know, so with Kareems, because sometimes we just have to stop and support the local vendors. I mean, Jamaica, what makes Jamaica unique is the people. The locals, they make Jamaica more unique than anybody else. So whenever we see some locals who are giving support, you know, we have to come back and give them some support. And one of the reasons why I put even their numbers there is just so that people can even reach out to them, you know. So that one is there. So did we touch on we touched on the reason why it's named Negril?
Right, the possible reasons, yeah.
Yeah, you get me? So I mean, the Spaniards came on this section and they spent a lot of time living here.
Yeah, that is true.
They actually found it like a little swamp area. See another vendor here, so all the vendors them out here, so people very outstanding, you know. Another chicken vendor there, so you see me? So the man them serious, all them serious about them thing. Good. And now, I mean, this is a nice little stretch as well. This is parallel to the 7 Mile Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, not just Jamaica.
Hands down. Yeah.
Right? That's a beach that is very calm and very nice. Nick, what stands out to you about the 7 Mile Beach?
Alright, so it's one of my favorite beaches. Between it, I think it rivals Doctor's Cave in Mobile, but it's just how it goes down. You have to go to some beaches and then, before you know it, you step out and then your chest.
True.
Right,
Westmoreland have beaches where you walk out for miles and you can still be waist high.
Yes.
This Italian cafe is always nice at nights too.
Yes.
Right, people?
Oh yes.
At night, when you see that place light up, it's beautiful.
And the food is good there too as well.
Oh well,
So-
Nick, you see Nick pocket big them way there, no people.
No,
so when you see
aye.
Nick, you just say Nick, carry me out here. Good. You're seeing Legends Hotel here, so and this is where a little bit of the traffic starts to build up. If you notice.
Yeah, it's yeah, because I realized that the traffic started to really slow as we got here, so a lot more activity is happening here.
Yes, and that is good because what was happening pre-pandemic,
I was about
all
to
of
say
this
that.
is shutting down.
Right.
None of them brother can make any money, and a lot of these persons are craftsmen. They are, you know, they're vendors of all sorts. So them being able to can make a living, people, is a very big thing. So you just notice this man put out them coconut and different little things right here. This is a beach house condo. Boy, Nick, if your parents ever left a property for you in Negril, right? All you have to do is just start figure out how to build it up.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I'm going to Travelers Negril, and so these are all just different type of hotels, and the truth is that some of them are high priced based on like the clientele and the quality, because Sandy Haven is very good. If you ever get a chance to go to Sandy Haven, that's a lovely hotel in terms of just the standard, right? And then there are some hotels you just want to rest your head.
Right. Because as I'm about to say, nobody scare some of the people talking about high prices. I mean, folks, Negril has a hotel to cater to all type of pockets. So
No, that is true.
whatever,
That is true.
wherever you're from, whatever your pocket stay, just come and enjoy it. You know,
That is
guarantee. Right. I think this is another.
This is a park too.
Yeah, I want to believe this is where the hell daydreams. Boy, you know, one of the dream weekend parties I had, it took me about 15 minutes to come out of the venue because of the amount of people.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Come with a show person. So this is like a village, don't it? This is like a little craft village.
Right. So folks, when you're here, support the craft people, because this spot is very close to the roundabout. And as a matter of fact, this is the roundabout where the Negril River. Well, I think this bridge takes over the Negril River. So
Right.
yeah.
So the craft vendors. Yes, I. We just do a quick video still. You want the craft vendor them?
Yeah, man.
So
Big up yourself, what your name?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
So folks, this is our version of Morgan Freeman. So when you're in the grill, please come and give him a strength.
Are you make all them stuff there?
Yeah, most of them. Inside them, we make them, you know.
Wow, nice. I love it, man. So all people can get to you. Just come and ask for Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Derek, otherwise. Inside them, you know.
Alright,
Inside
peace.
them, man. Derek, man.
Bless up from road chat, alright?
Alright, it's
Cool.
good, brother.
All right.
Alright.
If I nothing, more come back again.
Yeah, man, we there every day, man. Alright.
All right, folks. So these are some of their works. Oh Lord. Yes, folks. These things happen sometimes.
So guess what? Everybody knows that you're at the real, at the scripted thing with them. Don't go when the sun is setting. You have to go out 4 o'clock.
Yes.
An hour and a half before,
And
because
set up. Yeah.
for this road chat we are driving on the west end of Negril. Now this is really the cliff side of Negril,
Yeah.
and so you're not going to get that nice 7 Mile beach. Where you're going to get some deep waters for diving basically.
Right, because the 7 Mile beach basically finished, or it starts at that part there, the Negril River. So the coastline is a bit different. As you can see over here, folks, it's not exactly the white sandy beaches, but this is more rocky like. Right. Yeah.
And this is also home to Ritz Cafe. This is to me and to many persons the best place to be on the island when the sun is setting.
And folks, if you're looking, I mean, just looking at the clouds right now, you can really see. I'm sorry that we weren't there a bit earlier to show you, but as you can see from the clouds setting, you know, that nice orange golden looking sunset. So welcome to Negril, guys.
And this is a windy road as well. You have to take a little time drive on it. It's not as narrow as Junction. However, it is still narrow and it's a bit windy. So you have to take your time. There are a lot of tour buses that are driving here.
Yes, that is true.
And on this end, you have a lot of nice hotels, right? And you have a lot of nice spots. Ritz Cafe is perhaps the most famous one of them all.
Yes, that is true.
So you can rent bicycle over here, so clearly.
And folks, they paved the road. because it wasn't as smooth as this the other day. Folks, look at the sunset. It's very, very beautiful.
Yep.
The sun setting through the clouds.
This Yam Chinese restaurant. It's not just jerk chicken alone.
Yeah. And you have a lot of these small restaurants, you know. They even have another Italian restaurant here. So
Okay.
yeah. You have a good amount of these type of spots on
You
this
have
side.
you have a weed spot too with brownies. We'll sell weed brownies. We're gonna try and look out for that.
Yes, folks. So if you're into that type of greenery, you know.
If
Yeah.
you're a vegetarian.
Yes.
Alright. And there is an ice cream place here somewhere. And it had a good buzz. Like if you look to the right, it had a good buzz. I don't know if they shift up some of these places. Right? Pirates Dock. Which is good. Concept.
Yeah.
See all the dog, your dog eat good, you know. One dog first. Dog eat good, man.
So folks, it's that the food around here is
See,
healthy food.
see? Patsy.
Right. And it's very good to see the tourists coming back here. It's very medical marijuana dispensary for those interested. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have all of these things that are here where persons can just, come and enjoy. And the West End, I stayed at a place once that's called West Ender Inn, which was very lovely. They have two properties. They have one to the sea and then they have another one towards more the cliff.
Oh.
And it was lovely. I mean, this part is mostly, if you ask me, from mature people and mature couples.
Right,
If you don't like the whole heap of excitement and the whole heap of noise, then this is the end for you.
Right. So, and you find that you have some people from an expert in the industry told me, like, some Europeans, this is the kind of vibe that they like, you know, the more laid back, quieter vibe, where sometimes those folks from the Americas, they may like the sort of, the all-inclusive vibe. So, as we've been saying, folks, Negril, it caters to pretty much any type, you know. So
this is another Blue Castle thing. Show them the Blue Castle. See that?
Yeah.
Right. This place looks good when you view it from the water, though, right? You don't necessarily have that look from outside, but from viewing it from the water, it's very different. I said people that play domino, I enjoy themselves.
Nice, relaxed, chill vibe, folks. So, yeah. But it's good to see the activity here because working Negril, even up to a couple months ago, coming here and the place was just dead. So,
somebody exercise.
Yes. So you see, work off the food she's been eating,
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever been to Rick's Cafe? Have you ever done the dive?
No, I've never done the dive at Rick's Cafe. However, what I can tell persons is this: if you plan to go Rick's Cafe, people don't go when the sun is setting. You have to go at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
An hour and a half before, because
set up.
the amount of tourist bus that drive and park into that parking lot, it is going to be so hard for the average person to find parking.
That is true.
So you have to make sure that you go there like an hour and a half before. You order your drink, you order your food, you sit down.
You hold your spot.
You hold your spot.
Because that sunset is, it is really phenomenal. It's something you have to experience.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm surprised a man like you haven't tried the 40-foot dive, man.
No. Alright, I mean, we'll go on to the 15-foot dive and take it from there. So, but listen, if you don't, if that is not a spot that you're comfortable with.
Yes, folks. It's not only 40 foot. I think they have even as low as even 8 feet. So, they cater to all types of okay, we can get pieces
this is
of
Rock
it.
House. This may be going towards Rock House.
Yes. That's a nice place to feature.
Yes, Rock House is a good place as well, right? And they have a pushcart cafe, which is beside Rock House, and you can look at it right now.
We're approaching it.
Yeah, pushcart cafe. So this is a nice place to come and dine and eat and support like that.
Yeah.
And they have adequate parking. See them are parking over the next side, which that is also very important. So for the places that you're going, people, try to ensure that you can find parking.
Yeah.
That every place has parking and has adequate parking at that.
Ask them about that as well.
Yeah, so all of this is Rock House that we're looking at right now.
To our right.
And this is a beautiful place to stay.
Right. So you see, folks, many options. Wow.
This is the western side of Negril, and it's very lovely. The water, you're not going to get to necessarily be in that beach water. It's very choppy water though, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, man,
okay.
the water is definitely choppy.
Right.
And there really somewhere you can, you know, people do like snorkeling and stuff like that, but I mean, when the water ready to be rough, which is, you know, a lot of the times, you can't necessarily sit back and relax. Over the other end though, the water is so much different. It's like two different personalities.
Wow, interesting. So whatever you're up for, folks, yeah, you can have it over here. There seems we just passed another pizza spot. Pizza seems there seems to be a lot of pizza eateries here, so
True.
right.
Well, we don't know what's going on with that. People seem to just love pizza.
Apparently so. Yeah. And what is this? Bandmark. So, and they have motorcycle rentals here to folks, so you know, if
I don't even know if more right, no bicycle on them narrow road is still, you know.
no, but folks, this is Westmoreland, you know, especially on approaching Westmoreland when you're reaching Little London and
Bike,
Sheffield.
yeah, well, bike man them.
Right, you know. So this is bike country, so it's only fitting for Negril to offer it to tourists. As a matter of fact, as I was saying earlier, in the previous one, during Dream Weekend, I had to take a couple of those already. So yeah.
And they can't dep on bike taxi. All the church lady dep on the bike taxi then.
Well, I mean, you know, you want to get to service, you want to get to church on time, so.
True. So another jerk spot here. And during the peak of the tourist season, which we are in, well, the December period is really peak tourist season for Jamaica. However, I mean, we're taking back our time, picking it back.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of the buses, them see man, them buy them bus and get them PV plate.
Right.
And start to, you know.
Yeah. And then I mean, I've been hearing and in the media where, you know, there are a lot of people.
So the bus to Risk Cafe, this is
see
one
folks,
of the bus them.
people loading up.
Yep.
Bus are turning, you know, and folks, look at this, you know, social distance. This is good. You know, people line up orderly. You thinking halfway through you could ever see people line up for coaster like that? Wow, folks, look at this.
Yep.
Look at these buses. So you see tourism is coming back, you know.
With that being said, people, this was another road chat. Thanks for always tuning in and supporting us.
All right, folks, until the next one.
Until the next one.